From a street hustler to a hip-hop mogul, P. Diddy built an empire that revolutionized music and fashion. But behind the glitz and glamour lies a story of power, controversy, and legal battles. How did he rise to fame, and what led to his current legal troubles? Stay tuned as we uncover the untold story of P. Diddy. Sean "Diddy" Combs, rapper, producer, entrepreneur. A man who turned Bad Boy Records into a multi-million-dollar empire and changed the music industry forever. But with fame comes scrutiny, and Diddy has faced his fair share of scandals. From his meteoric rise to his latest controversy. The early hustle. Combs was born and raised in Harlem in New York City, where his father was murdered when Combs was 3. 9 years later, the family moved to suburban Mount Vernon, New York, where Combs attended prep school and supposedly received the nickname Puffy for his habit of puffing up his chest during football practice. He attended Howard University in Washington, D.C., but he left college after 2 years to become an intern at Uptown Records in New York City. Within a year, he had moved up to vice president. In December 1991, 9 people were crushed to death, and 29 were injured as crowds pushed their way into a charity basketball game Combs had promoted at the City College of New York Bad Boy Records, the birth of a legacy. Diddy established Bad Boy Records in 1993 and signed singers like Mace, Faith Evans, and the notorious B.I.G. The label sold millions of songs and revolutionized R&B and hip-hop. Diddy was more than simply a producer by the late 1990s. He was a brand with a clothing line, booze sales, and an expanding showbiz following. The tragic death of Biggie Smalls, March 9, 1997, marked a turning point in Diddy's career. The murder of the notorious B.I.G., one of his closest friends and biggest artists, shook the industry. Conspiracy theories linked Bad Boy Records to the East Coast-West Coast rivalry, but Diddy continued to push forward, dedicating his Grammy-winning song, "I'll Be Missing You," to Biggie's memory. The business empire beyond music, Diddy built a billion-dollar empire. From Sean John clothing to Ciroc vodka, he mastered branding. His business ventures expanded to Revolt TV, media, and even tech investments. As of recent years, his net worth has been estimated at over $900 million, making him one of the wealthiest figures in hip-hop. The controversies, lawsuits, and allegations.
Now to Sean "Diddy" Combs. The music mogul is facing a series of new civil lawsuits, including allegations.
In 2023, he was the subject of several civil lawsuits accusing him of sexual harassment, sex trafficking, and rape. One lawsuit was filed by the singer Cassie, by name of Cassandra Ventura, who had worked with Combs and who alleged that she had been the victim of his sexual misconduct for years during their personal and professional relationship. The suit was settled outside of court for an undisclosed amount. In May 2024, CNN aired a security video that showed Combs physically assaulting Ventura in a hotel hallway in 2016, appearing to corroborate details noted in her lawsuit. Shortly afterward, Combs posted an apology on his social media accounts. However, that same month, he was accused of sexual assault by another woman who alleged that the incident had occurred in 2003. In June, Howard University rescinded an honorary degree that the school had bestowed on Combs in 2014. The university also disbanded a scholarship program that had been set up in his name. In September 2024, Combs was arrested in New York City after being indicted by a grand jury on 3 counts of sex trafficking, racketeering, and transportation to engage in prostitution. The rapper's legal representatives maintained his innocence. P. Diddy's journey is one of success, power, and controversy. From humble beginnings to building an empire, he became a cultural icon. But with growing legal troubles, his legacy now hangs in the balance. What do you think? Will Diddy overcome these challenges, or is this the end of his reign? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the lives of hip-hop legends.